Welcome back to Rufus Duck Adventures. I'm on the River Wye today, on the English-Welsh border, and this is the Offa's path. And I'll be camping in some woods tonight in my hammock. Bit of a hammock camp. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit. Woodland camping is certainly ideal for hammocks for obvious reasons, but often trying to find a spot where you can pitch a tent in this is now impossible. So a hammock is definitely the solution in that scenario. Anyway, I'll catch up with you in a bit when I get my hammock out and find a spot. Okay, bye for now. So I found a spot. It's about 5 o'clock, right on the side of the River Wye. Beautiful little calm place. And here's my equipment that I'll be using tonight. So this is my Cedar Summit hammock. It's a single skin hammock. This in here it's got the hammock, the straps, and I've actually got a DD Superlight bug net in there, which I'm trying out for the first time tonight, and even that fits in there. And that whole thing, well, without the bug net, comes in at 550 grams. With the bug net, which is about 175, so not a lot at all. This is my one wind tarp, opens at both ends. Obviously it's in a nice camouflage colour. And then this is the secret weapon, which is the one wind under blanket protector. It's very, very thin, very light, and that goes underneath your hammock instead of a quilt. This does just as good a job in summer of keeping you warm underneath, and it weighs, I think it's about 150 grams. That's so small. I think that's coming in at about 900 with my pegs and all my other bits and bats in it. But yeah, so a fantastic setup. I mean, that's the whole lot right there. Smaller than a tent. I don't know what the total weight of that is. What would I say? 900, 600, 1.5, yeah, 1.7 kilograms maybe, all in. It's not a lot of weight. And I can get rid of that bug net. This is the first time I've tried it. I've camped with this system for years, and I'm only trying the bug net tonight because I'm on the side of the river. Anyway, I'll set it up, and we'll take a look on how it all sets up. So these are the straps, just over 1/2 inch wide. Nice little buckle here that ties onto the hammock itself, and it just goes round the tree. This comes through that loop, simple as you like. This slides up and down, and it just holds wherever you put it. So there's no daisy chains or anything, and yeah, it works an absolute treat. Well, I'll hang the hammock on it now, and we'll see how that looks. So there we go, hammock's on it. This is the bag it comes in, just stays on there, comes out through the end, and this is the hammock here. Cedar Summit hammock, and obviously I've got the DD bug net over the top, super light version of it, which just goes up through there, and I just poked it up into the top, and that works an absolute treat with it. So the hammock is a 3 meter hammock, so generally I need about 6 good yards between trees, and that works for me. Between 5 and 6 works quite nicely, and I set it up like that. And yeah, it's only single skin, this one. Let's get this out of the way. So there's no zippers on it. It keeps it nice and light. It's strong enough. I don't think I need a double one. I don't see the point personally. Why carry the extra weight for something you don't need? Anyway, I'll set the tarp up over the top in a minute, and we'll take it from there. And there we go. If you want the bug net out of the way, you just unclip it from that end and just slide it down to this end. I'm just got to sit here and chill in my hammock for a little while before I put my tarp up. It's a beautiful evening. Look at this place. So there you go. There's the one wind under quilt protector. It's slightly waterproof. It's certainly windproof, and it I just bungee clip it up here with a carabiner on both ends, and it takes a matter of seconds. I mean, it's adjustable. There are little adjustment clips on it, but I have it set up and it works a treat, you know. Comes in its own little bag, just sits there, and that'll just sit underneath you and keep you warm. It's great. So that's me set up my ridgeline. This little bag, DD bag, sits on the ridgeline, and that comes with this bug net when you buy it. Nice little feature. I have this set up on a couple of prusik knots here, and at this end it just goes through a carabiner clip. That's just too simple. And at this end, another prusik there to attach my tarp onto, and at this end I use a loop alien, and obviously that goes around my tree. I've only just started using these. I did it the old school way, and I'll never go back. That is just so simple. You just pass it through, and I don't need to remember which way it works. I can wrap it this way, wrap it that way, push it through the hole, wrap it around that, whatever. It all works. Every single time I've done it, it works. You see, it doesn't. You don't need to remember it. Just wrap it around it, and it works. And it tightens up your string really nicely. With this, this is usually always about chin height, and this is usually always about top of head height. This is obviously my hammock, and this is my ridgeline. So I always set my hammock higher than my ridgeline straight. Hammock comes down here. Yeah, that's it. So the one wind tarp comes with these lovely pegs. They're about 7 inches long, usual sort of like Y shape, but they're big and they're strong. They're quite light, not super light, but I've kept these instead of replacing them for lighter ones, because when you've got a tarp up in the air, it's likely to catch the wind, and you want a proper good peg holding that down. So yeah, and they're good. Yeah, I like them. So yeah, we'll pull this out now. This is just going over my ridgeline. I just throw the tarp over it. I can hang the tarp underneath it if I want, but I don't like it that way. I like my ridgeline underneath. So there we are. Tarp is set up. Beautiful colour in that camouflage. I think it's an American pattern. This comes with 4 guy out points, 2 here, 2 on the other side, and then there are 2 more guy out points here and here. This one comes down here, and I've actually got this one tied back to the tree at the moment, and what that does is it just gives you a little bit of a shape in here. It has them on the other side as well, but I tend to find I only ever get out of the hammock one way, so just in the name of keeping things lighter, I haven't actually got my guy lines on the other side or any pegs for it. But if I needed to, I could always swap these over and pull them on to the other side. This has a great little feature. So this is going to be my main way in and out. And as you can see, you can just tie this back, and that just kind of bungee cords up onto a little loop right up on the top. And the other side does the same thing around here. So that's my way in, and then this is obviously the door, and when I close that at night, it's going to look like this. So this will be my back. The tarp would normally come down here, but you fold it in the ways, and this bungees. I can get around this tree. There's a line and a bungee cord that clips onto there, and then a line on that one that comes off across, and bungee clips onto there, onto carabiner clips onto there like that. So that line just goes off that other door, and as you can see, that completely closes that end. So you can set this hammock as high up or as low down as you want it. I kind of quite like it quite low. I have it about 8 inches off the ground, and that means any air goes completely underneath me. Any air that blows underneath is completely underneath me, as opposed to if I set it higher, any wind comes in, it actually hits my hammock inside there. So yeah, I'll sleep in about this sort of height. And as you can see, I've got that side pulled out with the guys, and this side just flat. Pull it out if I want to, but I don't want to. That works just for a treat for me. Yeah, loving this tarp. It's such a versatile thing. Obviously you can pull this side back, you can pull it right up and do whatever you want with it, but it's clearly made for hammocks. It's not just a one size fits all thing. It's a one wind. They do hammock camping, and this is absolutely perfect. It really is. As you can see here, One Wind give you these orange reflective lines. I cut them down a bit, they were really long. You do want them quite long because sometimes you might be on slopy ground. And then it connects to a bit of shock cord there. That's like a little loop that you can tie all that. When you bundle all the orange up, it kind of clips into that. And then this is just one of those usual sort of like pull it tighter little line lock type things. And obviously when the wind's blowing, the bungee will then take some of that stress, instead of it just being all, you know, a line straight onto the tarp and then stressing all that joint there. Not a good idea. So they put that little bit of bungee in there. I'll just back that off a touch. There you go. So a little bit of movement there. I mean, I could put a bit of bungee, section of bungee. You don't want it all bungee because then any wind at all and the whole thing bounces around like crazy. But a small 8-inch section is kind of perfect. Yeah. Looking forward to sleeping in this tonight. Should be good. So coming through onto the inside, there's the bug net, there's the underquilt, there's a hammock inside. As you can see, this is pulled out, so I'll sit on here and I've got all this space on this side. A little bit less there. I could pull it out if I want to, but this is ideal. Really is. And in a bit I've got a special One Wind ground sheet, zip up ground sheet, so my rucksack will go in that and I can stand on it. And yeah, it's a great little bit of a great addition to a hammock camp when you want to keep your equipment secure and dry and safe and not have bugs get into it. Use that. So I'll get that out in a minute. So there you are. That's me chillaxing in my hammock. So that my arms completely stretched out on that side. This comes in behind you. This is what, 10 inches off the ground, and that'll be about 10 inches off the ground when I pull those doors in. So when I pull those doors in, close that up for the evening, perfect. But right now, when I'm just sitting here enjoying the bird song with the beer, it's a very pleasant place to be. As you can see, I've got my little, I'll put my phone up there, my keys up there tonight. Keeps them out of the way. I put my head torch on the line. That's why I like my ridge line on the inside. I can hang things off it. If it goes above, you haven't got anything to anywhere to hang anything. Yeah, what a perfect place to be. So here you go. This is the One Wind ground sheet bag for your rucksack storage bag, and as you can see, it zips up and it zips from here all the way around to there, so you can fold it out to make it double the size. But as you can see, even at the moment, it's quite large. I mean, it's probably 900mm wide, 1.3 maybe 1.4 meters long. You can see I've not even got it folded out properly yet. And so just as it is, that's big enough as a little ground sheet, so I can shove my rucksack in there and all my other bits and bats, because that's always a problem with hammock camping. There's no storage. A little bag up there, no storage. So having this, being able to put things in your rucksack or just throw them in here and zip them up, wind blow, you can peg it down as well. Look, see, peg in loops on each corner, so if it's really windy you can peg it down. You don't want to carry pegs, just use a stick. But to be fair, when your rucksack's in it, it's not going anywhere anyway. And that's just a fantastic addition to the whole hammock camping experience. Vegan Outdoors man invented that. Give him a nod. What a great bit of kit, great idea. But yeah, I can't remember what it weighs, 150 grams, something like that. It's not a lot, and for what it gives you, it's well worth carrying. Yeah, definitely. So, hammock camping, is it for you? Well, on a beautiful spring day on the side of the river, there's no finer place to be than swinging from the trees. It's glorious. The big advantage of a hammock camp over a hammock over a tent, the way I see it, is you're not holden to flat ground. Okay, I've got some flat ground here, it's nice, but I don't need to. I mean, I could put this hammock up there somewhere. I hang from these trees over here, or I could set it up over these nettles, or I could set it up over that rock. I can set it up anywhere I want to. You're not governed by flat ground. And I'm on a river walk today, and and river walks are inherently have trees on the side of them, and they're in valleys and there's not a lot of flat ground. So I brought my hammock because I'm on a river walk. And yeah, so if you know you're going to a place where there isn't going to be a lot of flat ground, hammock's a great option. It doesn't weigh, it's roughly about the same as a tent. When you factor it all in, yeah, you can get lighter tents, yeah, you can get lighter hammocks, and to be fair, hammocks are a one-person deal. But when you pair them really light, I've taken my tent and hammock on the same camp multi-days, and I've slept in a tent one night and then a hammock the following night and then back in the tent the next night, and now you've got so many options. It's unbelievable, really good. So yeah, give hammock camping a try. It's quite liberating, and it takes a little while to get used to it, swinging from the trees, but it's good for your back. And as long as you manage to mitigate that wind blowing underneath you, get that quilt or a bit of something underneath you, and you'll be fine. Don't go in the middle of winter, it's miserable. You do it in summer or spring, and you'll have a great time. Anyway, I'll leave this review here. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully it's given you a little bit of an insight into what hammock camping can be. Yeah. Anyway, take care. Bye bye.